Hey, ECE 101. I failed to do a week 5 video and only realized that today. So I apologize about that from last week. Today is the last day of week 5 and the first day of week 6. We are in module 6. We are halfway through. You're doing it. Well done. I'm sitting outside because my family is being very loud in the house. And it's a gorgeous day. And I just want to tell you all how impressed I am with the work that you're putting forth in your submission packets, the way you discuss the content, in the discussion boards, the way that you bring ideas of all the different things we're working on together, and in the way that you respond to each other. So well done. I want to point out a couple of things in the Colorado Shines screencast. There was lots of talk about the importance of ratios, and I wanted to point out that discussion specifically because there was so much thoughtful feedback in that discussion, and so many questions about how having less children per adult is, pretty obviously a good thing. And what I wanted to emphasize here in this video with my face showing to you all was that even if you aren't working in a program that has the lowest ratios possible, or a ratio that you would feel more comfortable in, there are still things you can do in your classroom to be meeting the needs of every child. And I do hope that you have supervisors or directors or other mentors in your life who can help you deal with that. And as always, if you have questions for me, please do let me know. But I wanted to give that little plant a seed for that idea, that just because your ratio doesn't feel perfect for you doesn't mean you're at a loss for meeting the needs of all the kids in your room. Excuse me. Second to that, I wanted to point out the words like ensure. How do we make sure? How do we guarantee? How do we well, you get the idea. I wanted to plant another seed for you to think about that really in this work, there is no way for us to make sure of anything. Our work in early childhood is to create environments and relationships with children and their parents that increase the risks, increase the chances, not the risk, increase the chances that they will succeed while working with you. Okay? And that you will send them on a trajectory that could be different than if they hadn't worked with you, or would be different. Okay? So just take care that you don't put too much of a burden on yourself or your coworkers or your team. This work is complicated, and we are all doing our best. And really, everything we do is just to lower the risk of failure for those children and sending them on a trajectory we don't want them to be on, right? It's not our job to fix children, was another idea that I think that came up. It's not our job to fix families. It's our job, like, once more, to create an environment and to create relationships where every single kiddo, no matter what they're bringing to you, can be successful. It isn't about changing that kid or fixing that kid. It's about meeting them exactly where they're at, right? Because there are other specialists whose job it might be described as to fix a child, but we should to protect our own hearts, our own sanity, our work isn't actually that. And I just wanted to make that clear too. So those are some things that I wanted to bring up. I'm trying to go really fast so this recording doesn't get too long. So I hope that it's not confusing. I wanted to give you a reminder to please put your name in your discussion post titles, so it's easier for me when it's time for grading. Thank you. Again, today is the end of week 5, so everything from week 5 was actually due today because of the holiday yesterday, or the observed holiday. And also today is the first day of week 6, so let's take a look at week 6. Here's week 6, the module. Again, you'll have a video that you're watching here now Well done. Another discussion board, another packet, and the anecdotal records. So the packet includes another couple of screencasts to watch, one on positive guidance, one on power struggles. I hope they come with lots of ideas for you, maybe some things you hadn't thought about before. My dog is throwing a fit. There's a video, What if adults had tantrums like toddlers, which I hope you can imagine is going to be a bit entertaining. There's an article to read, and then some notes to take on that. And then you're going to design an activity to learn about wellness, okay, based on what you've read. So let's then take a look at the, excuse me, scrolling fast, anecdotal records assignment. You're going to be looking at a couple of videos, looking at the assessment examples packet, some example anecdotal records, and then you're going to write up your own anecdotal records about, based on how you understand anecdotal records should be recorded, right? Here's the assignment. You're going to be okay. Here again is an example of a poorly written record versus a well-written record. So keep that in mind when you're writing yours. And all the pictures that you're going to record records for, write anecdotal records for, are here. Your well-written record goes in these boxes, and then you submit it, okay? And then lastly is the discussion board, which I think is a great one this week because Alfie Kohn is involved, and he is one of my favorite early childhood specialists. So you're going to listen to Alfie Kohn talk about his work trajectory. You're going to watch a clip of Alfie Kohn, and then you're going to review his 10 principles of unconditional parenting. And then you're going to choose one. You're going to bring in everything that you just took in about him. You're going to choose 3 of his principles and tell us what each of those means to you and what you think about it. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think it's a great idea? Do you think it's a terrible idea? And then back yourself up based on all the things that you've just been exposed to. Okay? That's your discussion. And then you're going to respond to your peers. So that's week 6. As always, let me know if you have questions, you have concerns, if there's anything that's not working in the module, imperfect about the links, whatever have you, please just let me know as soon as you see that, and I will do my best to fix it as soon as I can. Because even though I triple check most things, each week there's been at least one thing that's slipped by me, and it's taken a student to be like, hey, Knight, can you check on this for me? And I'm so grateful for that. So do keep in touch and have a really great week 6.